Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.
Club and Flat Track Pod brought to you by our partners. ShredDesign.co. If you're looking for the sickest jersey prints in the biz, look no further than ShredDesign.co on Facebook. Europa Fencing, the place to go for all your rural fencing needs. Classic wheels, spokes, Otway Hydro Blasting, make your old girl look new again. Plus, our newest partner, MX Inc. Do you want your bike to stand out in the crowd with custom graphics done by the best? Then contact Luca and the team at MX Inc. And last but not least, Clava, keeping you on track for longer. Now, onto the episode.
Okie dokie, here we go. Welcome to episode 2, really, of the Clava Flat Track Pod. It's been a while. I do apologise for that. Just being flat out and trying to get back on every time oopsie daisy, or I'm already, you can see we're a bit out of practice. Yeah, every time I try to get back on the pod, something comes up and kills my motivation or kills the momentum of heading towards the office and getting in here to actually get it down and done. But today I'm making it happen. I'm forcing it into a small gap of time. What have I been up to? You may be asking. Well, I've been doing a hell of a lot of stuff. Some racing related, some family related, working related. It's just been a busy time, and tracking Tom down hasn't been easy either. But we just got off the phone actually and had a little chat, and we're going to try and tee something up on Monday to get a bit of a Bathurst recap. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to Bathurst this year. I really was looking forward to going. Missed out on the entries on the day because of the computer crashing, and then the rescheduling. I was either working or commuting, or just couldn't get on the computer at that time, so that made it hard. I think there was possibly a chance again after that when some people pulled out. By that time I'd already accepted I wasn't going, and it would have been pretty hard to push that one out. But I have done some great trips lately. Just went at the Griffith this weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit. That was awesome. Obviously did round 2 of the Skylift. Pretty sure we talked about that round 1 a bit with Tom Norvey on the first Clava Flat Track Pod. Obviously we've changed from Kelpie to Clava. Same idea. Let's talk about racing in Australia, New Zealand, around the world, America. Our 2 Aussie riders over there representing at the moment. Well, 3 if you include young Sam Drain, Jed Fife, 4. There's probably about 7 or 8. I don't know everyone's names on the amateur side and who actually has been going over and not going over. If you want to fill me in, if you are going over there and putting an effort in, that would be great. Let me know. The more information you send my way, the more interesting these pods are. And yeah, it helps everyone find out about you as well. And I'm happy to do it. I mean, that's why we're here. Yeah, so what have I been doing? I also had a young lamb that got fly strike, so that took a bit of my attention to bring him back. And I was stoked. Bit of a weird one. It's obviously not flat track related, but I was stoked to see him walking today. So that's good when I got home. Also, bulldozed me track out the back and have remade it, and so now that's back in action, so we can get a bit of seat time for me, which is good because I definitely need it. Been not very happy with my last couple of performances, but it is part of the game, and all I will do is make sure I get more seat time and get into it. Been physically isn't the issue, like physically fit enough. I feel great. I've been running a bit. My youngest daughter, who has made it into Rebels for footy, is training really hard. So I've been training with her a bit too, which is time consuming, and it does keep me off the seat in between doing work, trying to bring money in and working on the business. And it was the rebrand as well. And now it's just, trying to get some marketing happening and sales happening again and going trackside. So yeah, it's been a busy time, but loving every minute of it as always, and glad to be able to get back on the pod. And we want to really get this rolling, and there's plenty going on in 2024. There's some club events coming up, Mildura. I'll have to look that date up. We might do that in a minute. And the Harley Club's got one on the 14th of April. Griffiths will have round 2. I have to look that date up again because I've already forgotten it. What else we've got? Tom was telling me the 100th anniversary of Gunnedah Motorcycle Club. There's a race meeting celebrating that. Might be next weekend, I think he said. It's very soon anyway. And then Australian long track titles. Oh, there's plenty going on. But we're going to backtrack a little bit to, what was it? Third or second 24. This is how far I am behind. Was the round two of the Skylift, which is held at Albury Wodonga, with Albury Wodonga Motorcycle Club. Great crew there. They put on an awesome event. From what I can remember being so far back, it was very hot. Another hot one. Started earlier in the day and the racing goes into the evening. So all the finals are under light. I do remember the track going very up and down, and not to the fault of the club or anything. It's just when you've got extreme weather like that, like very hot temperatures, it's very hard to keep moisture in and keep, because everything's so dependent, the wind and on how the moisture actually gets absorbed into the dirt. And yeah, it just changed a lot. The track changed a lot. Sometimes it was slippery, sometimes it was dry, sometimes it was rough until the night time. And as we all know, and this is why everyone loves racing under nights, just they groomed the track games when we had a break and let the sun go down, and yeah, then after that the track was magic. So yeah, I had the first time that I was actually skied on 19s when it was super wet, and totally shot my confidence, which it shouldn't, because I have actually spent time in pretty terrible conditions on my track, and I think it's just a lack of seat time personally, and I'm hoping to turn that around. Yeah, I could blame equipment, tyres, bike, all sorts, but no, I think it's just lack of seat time and not getting out there enough, and being aggressive enough, or maybe being too aggressive and not actually getting the power down properly with the 19s. They are a little bit of a different beast, but gotta love them. I do love them. I've loved the time I've been getting out on the track here as well and working out that, changing tire pressures, doing all that sort of things, just playing around with stuff, trying to learn as much as I can. Yeah, so anyway, it was a pretty hectic day. Crew did an awesome job, as they always do, keeping everyone informed and making the day run smoothly. I can't think that there was any big offs. I don't think there was. Yeah, but I'm pushing the memory there. We're going back a little bit. But just to give you an idea of the end result, so we had finals, which end up being the overall standings for the 2 days. Oh, sorry, the two rounds. So Jet Carter took that out. Did I tell you what class it was? Probably not. Skylift Pro 250. Jet Carter took that out, followed by Riley Plum on the number 5 machine, and Jaden Roberts, Reece Sandown there in 4th, Abby Wason 5th, Ryan Closter 6th, Heath Stewart in 7th. So, yeah, fantastic racing there by all the guys and girls. Great to see. There was, quite a few chicks there, which was awesome to see. Down next class, so I'm just getting these results from Milat over 35s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is correct. And first place was Josh Antone. Hopefully we'll have Josh and Cooper on the pod very soon. Yeah, that's obviously up to me. I contact them. But Cooper's pretty keen to come on when I asked him last time. And Josh also, it'll be good to have them on. Racing family, they've been around for a bit, and Cooper's kicking goals, and Josh is still super fast. So I'd like to talk to them about their insight to racing dirt track in Australia and bit of speedway and speedway overseas. So that'd be really good. So Josh took out the vets over 35. Travis Kerr in second place, also an Albury member. So both Albury first and second. And then Andrew Fleming. I'm pretty sure Andrew's from Cowra. It doesn't tell me on here, so you don't have the information. Sorry. So, yeah, well done to all those guys. And, yeah, as I've mentioned many times before, the vets class is definitely, there's no slouches in there. It's not an easy run for anyone. So the Pro Women 2024 Skylift winner was number 1 Taylor Street, also a current Australian champion. Laura Gower in second place, and Abby Wason in third place. Stacey Malloy in 4th, Ruby Hill in 5th, and Katana Robinson back there in 6th. Awesome effort by all the girls. Yeah, there were a few riders that didn't come down for the second round, I believe. Obviously, Tom Drain was over in America. I didn't see Tom Herrick there, Matthew Davies. Maybe they had other things on. I actually saw Tom in the weekend, Tom Herrick, that is, and I forgot to ask him why he didn't turn up. But anyway, that's all good in the 19s class. It ended up being Jet Carter taking the top step. on the 25 machine. Jet's an awesome rider. He's looking really good, trains hard. In second was Clava rider Brendan McCowart. And third is our new rider, Daniel Leonetti. Fourth, Neil Good. Sixth, back there was me. Funny old night, but yeah, it was all right. Junior 65s. First place was William Wiggins on the number 11 machine. 143, Hayden Duggan in second. And Blake Schlein in third. Now, Blake, I hope I've got that right. he replied to me on a Facebook post there. It was pretty fun. Tom got it first go. Obviously, I suck. But anyway, well, I think that's right, isn't it? Like, I think that's pretty good. Slowly. So Divi 1, it's got new run there. I don't know what that means. There's no info there. So they obviously weren't scored. Pro 450, it's got new run there as well. And this is right because I remember, which is pretty impressive for being an old boy. Pro 450 of Skylift, Riley Plum, and I've got to say, is Tony Nagel was just about tearing the fence down. I think his mum was too. They were pretty excited. I think it might have been Riley's first senior meeting. I could be wrong there. Correct me if I am on socials. That's fine. But I know he is new to seniors. And yeah, he was so close in a lot of races throughout the night, and he really pulled it out that one and had a great lead. In second place was Jet Carter, and in third place Ty Dark, and just behind Ty, and fourth Taylor Street, fifth Joshua Antone, sixth Michael Price, seven Brandon Burns, and Watson was a DNF. But yeah, as finals always are, very exciting racing. It was very close racing as well. I'm pretty sure Jet came back through the crowd on that one. 85cc, 9 to 13 years of age. Cooper Antone on the top step, followed by Hayden Duggan on the 143 machine, and William Wiggins on the 11 machine. Blake Schlein there in fourth, Darcy Phillips fifth, Brody Ford sixth, Benji Lowe seventh. Sorry, my phone's playing tricks on me. Tyler Duggan eighth. Or was it Taylor Duggan eighth? Taylor Duggan eighth. Lockie Duggan ninth, and Jed 510. That's your top 10. There was 14 in that class for the final. Then you've got 85, 13, 16 years of age. Tommy Wright, Taj Mori, and Millie Elphick. Let me know that one, Millie. I think that's right. Millie Elphick. So just 3 in that class. Tommy's going great guns. He's a Harley Club rider. He's looking really good on his bikes. And yeah, just can't wait to see him as a senior if he keeps going all the way through. Yeah, great racing by all there. Well, here we've got junior 50cc Div 2. Just quickly pause for 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. My middle daughter ringing. Even though I told her I'm doing a pod, I could have ignored it, but it would just keep ringing. And with holding the phone trying to read the results here, Skylift round 2, it would have been a nightmare. So we've got 50 Div 2. Have I got some results here? I do. So Zach Salmon on the top step there on the 815 machine. 21 machines, Xavier Gannon in second, and Jack Moffat in third. Fantastic. It's great to see. Oh, sorry, I'll go back to that actually. Well, we had 950s there. Yeah, great to see. That's what we need. The young kids coming up through and watching some of our older riders and feeling inspired to keep going. Junior 125, 250cc. Oh, top step again goes to Tommy Wright. Second, Noah Grabham. And third is Hugh Hope Hodgetts, 911 in that class. Henry Small there in fourth. Holly Hope Hodgetts fifth. Gage Gower sixth. Millie Alfred seventh. Sam Drain eighth because he wasn't there the second round. So Thomas Cox ninth. Lenny Duggan 10th. MX Open, another hot one. A lot of the same riders as in the 450, but I'm pretty sure it was a different result. Yes, it was. So on the top step was number 1 Taylor Street, 25 Jed Carter in second, Ty Darkin in third. Mitchell Watson made the finish of that race in fourth this time, Brandon Burns in fifth, Brock Smith sixth, Harrison Small seventh, Ryan New eighth, Laurie Gower ninth, Jack Stewart 10th. Awesome effort there for Jack, top 10. Yeah, Jack round out top 10. Sorry about that. Bit of a pause there, bit of brain freeze on my. I'm a bit rusty, aren't I? But what? Well, you've got to do it to get better, don't you? So that's what we're doing. So that was Skyliffe. I hope the club really keeps going with the Skyliffe events because they're fantastic. I love racing under lights like so many others. I know a lot of people really enjoy racing under nights and under lights and at night time the racing the track's just primo. Like there's not a lot of watering needed. Yeah, and the night racing just tends to run smooth. It's very enjoyable. Yeah, so moving on from that, a few other things I didn't mention it actually when I was reading out the results there, and Daniel Leonetti's name came up. He was the overall winner of the Kelpie Cup, which won him the decision to whether to come and race in the AFTN with Clava this year, 2024. And fortunately for us, he's chosen to come and do that. He did have another option. I gave him another option if he wanted it. So he's got himself a new KTM, so he could have taken a wheel set or come and race for us. Yeah, actually gets a bit more money his way racing with us, but obviously with the travelling and everything around, that sucks it up too. So, but yeah, being part of the Clava team, we will work together to sort of reduce those costs. That's part of the idea of it. Yeah, so really happy to have Dan Leonetti on the Clava team. So our team consists of this year for 2024 AFTN. If you don't know what the AFTN is, it's the Aussie Flat Track Nationals or the Australian Flat Track Nationals, which is a championship this year. So we have returning for the team, we've got number 22, Brendan McCowett. He is on a Husqvarna. We've got number 7, or I think it's Z7 this year. We've got Zane Kinner on a Kawasaki. So we've got a mixed brand team. I'd love it if a brand came on board one time and gave us all bikes. That'd be fantastic. And yeah, we've got Daniel Leonetti on a what do I say, KTM, a beautiful new KTM there. And we've also got Luke Goff returning the number. He will be running number 61. If you don't know much about Luke, listen back to our podcast with Luke, Raced in America. I'm really happy to have Luke on the team. I think we're very lucky that he wants to help us out and work with us and come and do some racing in the AFTN. So that's really awesome. I've actually been doing some merch, as you see in my head here. This is the Clava hat. We've also got a Clava Flat Track pod hat. We've got some t-shirts and some hoodies, and we'll be putting out very shortly some t-shirts for each rider. So if you want to get behind those riders, like you like what they're doing and social media and that sort of thing, you can grab one of their t-shirts and follow them and support them. All the money from the merch does go towards the team. It doesn't go back into buying products or anything like that. It's all to help run the team. So we do appreciate that and just help, yeah, growing flat track in general. So we really do appreciate people that have already gone out of their way to buy the merchandise and show their support for Clava and what we're doing. In within the racing industry, flat track racing industry, we don't go into any other disciplines. Flat track is solely what we're about, and it's what we're sticking to. Quite a few exciting things coming my way and a lot of hard work, but I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I'll let you know more when I can. But I think, yeah, if you love the sport of flat track, it's only growing in Australia. And the fact that AFTN is now a championship, I think that's going to change things up a bit. Yeah, I've been having a conversation quite often lately about pro riders in Australia and people saying that it can't exist and that. Well, yeah, I think that's a load of hogwash. I'd like to put an idea out there into your heads and just think outside of the box. This is what it's about. This is how anything grows and starts. And I'm sure people thought Facebook was never going to exist and rule the internet. And look at that. There's so many examples out there. It's unbelievable. So yeah, basically my concept is what does professional mean? Professional, if we look it up, is to be paid to do a task or a job. So if you've got a crew of 4 or 5 of you, and or let's go with 5 of you, and you all put $500 in each, or let's go with 6 of you, make it easier on the math side. Yeah, you all put $500 each. You choose a rider that you want to support for the AFTN. Let's say that because there's a 6 round series there, so that's good way to do it. Each round they complete, you pay them $500. So each shareholder pays that $500 to that rider. We now have a professional rider being paid to do a task or a profession, a job. And I think that's one way. Like, it's very rough. There's a lot of ways you could tidy that up, and it's a very small beginning, but that's how things start. AFL, VFL, all that sort of thing. Class it as part time. You can class it as part-time income, you can class it as a hobby business. There's all sorts of ways you could go about it. But I think more importantly, the message is, if we want the industry, and it goes for dirt track, I focus on 19s because, as you know, it ties the world together. We're all racing on 19s. So that's why I focus on that. And I believe that is the bigger industry, and that is the way we can tie the world together and create a huge industry. And you can. I'm sort of hoping that if the things that I'm proposing, and if we get it across the line, that you'll be able to go and, let's say you're a medic, even you'll be able to. Well, that's probably not a very good one. Let's say you're an engine tuner. You'll be able to go and work in the UK or in the Netherlands or New Zealand, perhaps one day. If we grow out to that sort of size, Spain, America, and I'm not saying you're going to be earning millions of dollars. I'm just saying that you'll be able to have a lifestyle and a living out of it. Be able to afford the rent and your food, and be living in a different country and having a great experience while you're doing it. That's what I'm meaning. I think when we talk about professional, people jump straight away to things that have been developed for years, like Supercross and stuff that riders get paid millions of dollars to. And that I'm not talking about that. If we get to that, fantastic. That'd be, I mean, yes, wouldn't we all love that? And the effort that the riders do put in their discipline, they deserve to get rewarded for it, highly rewarded as well. The guys that really work hard with their training and their riding, yeah, why not? Yeah, I do second Corey Texter as well. He says that the riders need to give back and work on their craft as far as the social media side and all that. Yeah, I think to a point, no one. I think it's the law of the universe anyway. There's no free handout. So yeah, you won't. If you're a shit hot rider, someone might take you on board and pay you some good money. But they'll quickly realise if you're not putting in the effort to help them and make it work. Make it a fair deal. So I know plenty of good riders that just don't seem interested in making money out of sport, and that's fine. That's 100% fine. Not everyone's in it for that, and that's what club level's for. And club level's also for, also for a place for our future riders to start as well. So, and guys that just want to do club racing, there's no harm in that. I'm a club racer. I'll never be a pro racer. So, well, actually, in saying that, the other announcement is that I'll be riding the Harley in the AFTN, or that is my plan if we get it all sorted by then. Which is it is coming along. It's coming along quite well. So that's my plan. Hopefully, I'll be on that. So really, we are a team of 5. But yeah, if things aren't working out for me at the time, then I'll have to pull from that class. But hopefully, we'll have everything organised enough, and I'll be able to compete in that, along with Luke Goff, Brendan McCowart, Zane Kinner, and Daniel Leonetti, all racing in the Pro 450 class in the AFTN, and I think they're all pretty excited, bit nervous, yeah, and I'm excited too. Hopefully, I get my bloody pit shade sorted out by then. We're still flying the Kelpie ones at the moment. working on all that sort of stuff. It just takes time, takes money as well. Yeah, so already rambling. So that's our new team for 2024. I'm really proud of it too. I'm happy to be bringing one to that arena, to the AFTN. AFTN, the same venues this year. So that's good. We feel like we know a little bit, as will most of the other riders as well. I'm not sure how many new riders there will be. So the last pod, I think we covered a little bit of some of the changes, which it's not a lot, but it's uncapped. So you can turn up and not make it a main event, which is, I think it's a good thing. The sport's meant to be competitive. Yeah, if you want to get in there, you have to work hard and really, those bad days just make you a better rider, as I'm finding out. I think I'm not ready to give up. The last couple of events that I've been in, I really haven't performed the way I wanted to, and it's just making me want to work harder. So, I think that sort of thing in an event like that will just do the same thing. Yeah, if it puts you off and you go, well, I'm not going, well, then your heart's not in it. I'd go and do your club days and your Aussie titles and that sort of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, don't think that was too controversial, was it? Sounded a bit weird. Uh, so yeah, pretty hard doing the pod on my own. He's biting at the bit to come back. He wants to come back. We've just both been working around and stuff in the background. It's great having Tom on board as well. Brendan's actually at work at the moment. Otherwise, I would have hit him up for his opinion about the Skylift. They've got a house that they're working on a bit and stuff, and that's fair. It's going to focus on the AFTN. We've got some long trips involved there. Hopefully, we'll hit all of them, all 6 rounds. Anyway, myself and my young lady, my middle daughter Sky, headed up to Griffith in New South Wales this weekend, just gone, which was, what is today? Today's Wednesday. It must have been like the 9th or something. Uh, as you can see, I'm really on the ball. Got up for about 20 to 5 on Saturday morning, drove for 6 hours, got there lunchtime. It was extremely hot. Way too hot, to be honest. But anyway, we got there, had a nice drive. It was a bit like doing the Dakar. Ended up on some real sandy, dirty roads, which I'd never been on before, and we're out in the desert. And the phone went on to SOS, and I was really crossing my fingers that we didn't get a flatty or anything. I was borrowing a mate's bike carrier, actually, and I was a bit nervous about that too. And the bike actually did pull off twice, not once, twice. We'll blame the operator, which is me. I didn't put it in gear, which was silly, and it just sort of rolled off the end. But a little drag along the road on the first time, it fell off when I went around the corner, and the second time, which if Griffith Motorcycle Club have any cameras on their gates, they'll see me picking the bike up because it fell off just as we went through the gates. So that was a bit embarrassing and a bit of comic relief all at the same time, because I was glad to be there. It was, like I said, pretty hot day. I didn't actually check my phone to see what the temperature was, but it felt like 50. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that bad, but yeah, I'm not that flash with the heat anyway. So yeah, big drive, got up there, welcomed Ange and Neil, who I met through AFTN, welcomed by those guys. It was great to see their smiling faces, and all the other club members that I met. Sorry, I can't remember everyone's names. It was a bit of a whirlwind weekend, actually. Yeah, got set up a few products, and that's it, people to have a look at. We don't do the hard sell. We just sort of have them there. If you're interested, you'll come and have a look, which quite a few people did, which was great. The streets were up there from Albury. Smalls were up there. The Fifes were up there. Sonny Williams was up there. It's great to see Sonny. He's a good chatter. He's just a young bloke, and I like Sonny. He comes up and says good day all the time. It was just awesome. So we sat around a bit in the heat, waiting for practice, all that sort of stuff, doing all the normal race day stuff, signing in, finding you first time at a track. I always go and find out where everything is. Had a look. Canteen there was going hard. And then we went out for practice, and I actually felt pretty good in practice. I'll rewind a little bit. Griffiths is a loose oil track, so you would have heard us talk about oil tracks on the pod before. All the other ones that I've ridden have been quite hard, and this one sort of like Deco or sand granite, but heavier, and then once that sort of brushes off, you get a bit of a harder line. But it was still multi-line. There was no sort of single file racing. But I suppose the quicker guys were using the hard line. I I actually, like I said, practice was good, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to have to change anything here. Had the pressures that I planned on setting out off with to see what it's like, and I thought, oh, I wasn't getting really good drive out of the corners, so I changed the pressures a bit, and then it started kicking around a bit. Tried a bit of rebound and that sort of thing, and nothing was really working. And yeah, my racing's just sort of, I just felt like I was going backwards, to be honest, all night. And I don't know if it was with driving and fatigue and all that sort of, and the heat and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it didn't feel like I was firing, which was a shame. But I let it get to me a little bit too much, I think. So probably ruined my night from that side of things because I wasn't enjoying it as much. But the atmosphere, the cars around the track, the people enjoying the racing. That was all top notch, and the club ran a great event. There was no faults by the club at all. It was we felt really welcome there. It was fantastic to have my daughter Sky. You might have seen Sky with me at some events around Aussie. She's been to a few of us, does quite a few long trips with me, which is awesome and very helpful. Yeah, she got on the camera finally, which is good. Yeah, she's working on the edit now, and it's already looking shitloads better than anything I do. So I've been trying to talk her into doing that for a while, and I think she might finally be on board. She enjoyed it. She gets a little bit nervous in front of people and stuff. So yeah, I had to sort of force her out there, just say, it's fine. People don't mind being recorded and that. And if you ever do, like, see us walking around and that, just let us know if you don't really want to be in that. That's fine. We can chop that stuff out. But yeah, no, it was great to have her on the camera, and so hopefully that's going to free me up at more events and be able to ride and stuff, so we can still keep bringing people footage. Thank you to everyone around the world, actually, not just Australia, that have reached out and said that they enjoy the footage that we've brought. It means a lot. We're not doing it for recognition, but it's for brand recognition. So yes, we are in a way, but it's not. I don't want, I want people to see our sport. That's why I do it. So and it just makes it even sweeter when people say, "Oh yeah, we really enjoyed that film that you took," or the racing. Actually, I'd have to look it up on my YouTube account, but someone said they really loved seeing the racing in Australia, and I'm pretty sure they were in America. So that's great to hear. Great to hear that feedback. Thanks, guys. It does help us keep going and keep us motivated, make us want to find it different angles and more ways to bring more racing to you. Yeah, so Griffiths was really awesome. What I think I might have been fourth overall in the vets, and in 19s I really struggled. I think I'm not actually sure how many because they didn't do transponders. I don't have the results, sorry. Actually, I'll just do a quick check now. We might have, I don't know if they had overall results on their Facebook page. Yeah, no, I can't see any overall results there, but that's okay. So it was round one of their club championships. Round two is, if I can find it there. Yeah, it was 9th of March. That's good. When's the second one? Calendar should tell me, won't it? That will help. Round two, that's MX. So I'm pretty sure it will be the 30th of June. And then round three, I'm assuming, is the 26th of October. So the 30th of June is the daytime. And then there's another twilight on the 26th of October. If someone from the club's listening to this, just qualify that. You can go on the Facebook, the GMSC Griffith Motorcycle Sport Club, I think it is, on their Facebook there, and there is a calendar on there. So you'll see round one dirt track twilight on the 9th, and then they've got a RPA dirt track day on the 13th of April. 28th of April is MX round two. 26th of May is round three enduro. Oh, okay. So maybe you go through all of them. I'm not sure actually how that worked. Round four, 30th of June dirt track. RPA day, the TT track is under construction at the moment. That's the 14th of July. So there's a practice day to go and try that out. 25th of August, round 5 TT track. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, maybe you have to do all of them to win the overall championship. I'll have to contact someone and find that out. That's interesting. That's pretty cool, actually, if you're doing cross disciplines. 15th of September is a rain day, and then the 26th of October is a twilight dirt track showdown. So that sounds pretty good. So hopefully that was the one last year that I missed because that's my wedding anniversary. So I'd love to say I'll be there, but yeah, we'll have to see if I can get that one past the boss. Yeah, so highly recommend if you've never raced on loose oil to go and give it a crack. Yeah, my personal results, I think I could have done a lot better. I know it. Dempsey, I rode a lot better than that, and that was an oil track. Yeah, just have to work on that one, won't I? Toughen up, princess, they say. So, yeah, Griffiths was awesome. Then I think by the time I packed up and everything, it was about 11 o'clock, and we were actually just going to sleep there, and then head back home. And on the way home, we were planning to go to Broadford for the practice day there with the Harley Club of Victoria, which is my home club. I decided that I still had a little bit left in me, so we went and we actually drove for about almost 2 hours and then pulled over and slept in the car for a bit. And I'm glad I did because I had some customers that were wanting products, so I didn't get there too late. We got to Broadford at 10 o'clock. Another hot day. Not quite as bad as up at Griffith. Yeah, but helped a couple of people put some tyres on and a tube in. Someone ripped his tube, Anthony. And yeah, Anthony was a cool guy. I'd never met him before. Usually bush rides and comes to the Harley Club flat track days, which is awesome. And the other man, is a Greek fella. It was really interesting meeting him, actually. He's an older guy. What a cracker. Bought a Kelpie block, and he just had an absolute ball. He's been racing motocross and enduro for 25 years. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Said he will be back. He's coming for a race day. He's going to be at 14th of April. Yeah, it was just great to see the smile on his face and see someone get hooked to the sport we all love. And it makes his job worth it, I tell you. It's so funny. He rode up to the canteen. It was a fairly quiet day. I think there was about 30 riders, but no one was at the canteen. And he rode up on it. He's got a KX 450, rode up with his helmet on and ordered his lunch and went out. I thought it was classic. I've never seen anyone do that. And yeah, rode out, did a session, came back and picked up his lunch. I think that was priceless. Yeah, so really nice meeting those guys. And yeah, thanks to everyone else that bought stuff from me as well over the weekend. Yeah, just hung out with us and had a good time. A big shout out to Don Street for lending me his pressure washer at the end of racing at Griffiths. That really helped. I could see that stuff baking on there. So yeah, got the worst of it off and then put some dirt on it the next day. And that goes to show actually how the weather really plays with tracks. Broadford, I wouldn't say it was, no, it was getting close to probably the worst track that I've ever ridden on at Broad as far as Broadford goes. Turn 1 and 2 had some big holes in it, and I've seen them in turn 2 before, but not turn 1, not like that. It was really interesting. It's gone really sort of powdery and bull dusty, and yeah, I've never seen it do that before, so that was interesting. So just rode around the holes, and when they put water on you, it wasn't flash with the 19 front. So I just was taking. I just spent. I think I had 3 or 4 sessions, and I just spent it trying different lines, chasing the dry line and avoiding holes. And yeah, it wasn't going extremely fast. I was pretty shattered to be honest. Just yeah, practicing the craft at a slower pace. And I'll tell you what, I still got the same buzz. I still enjoyed it. And yeah, it was a great day. It was great to see all the regulars. It actually wasn't as many regulars, which was interesting, but it was a pretty hot day. I think probably quite a few people changed their mind at the last minute on that one. Yeah, here in Victoria and Australia, we've been getting some pretty extreme heat. We've had some pretty big fires. They are all out at the moment, touch wood, so we can just keep moving along. So I think that's probably about it for now. Oh yeah, AFT. I always go to put the N on it now. AFT, American Flat Track, is had their first meeting. Sorry, first rounds of the year, which was at Daytona. Yeah, interesting. I had a quick look at, I think it might have been Steve Hughes on Short Track Down Under actually posted it while we were in between races, and I had a look and I'm going, there's no Tom Drain on that, and there's no Max Whale in the twins. I wonder what's happened there. So it turned out that got collided into by another rider and taken out. So that was a shame, Tom. But you fixed it all up and showed him who was boss on day two. So that's fantastic to see Tom win the short track. We all know what an awesome rider he is. Leaves a lot of people with their mouths open when they see him live at the track. So, if you're a fan rather than a racer, which this podcast is for everyone. So we hope we have fans on here as well. Yeah, make sure you go and see these guys ride in person because it's just nothing like it. You don't understand watching it through a screen. Yeah, Max Whale had biker shoes on day one and top 10 in day two, which looking at his socials, he was happy but wasn't too happy. He should be extremely happy, I think, top 10. And if you look at that, bring that post up actually. If you look at that, it was a mixed bag. Like that's so who would you think would be up there? Brian Bellman, Jared Meads. I can't think and I can't do anything. Terrible, aren't I? Dallas Daniels. Yeah, so you'd think Dallas Daniels, Jared Meads. Well, Jared Meads, you'd think Dallas Daniels, Brian Bowman. I know, yeah, Jared's not always flash on the short tracks, but he's usually pretty good. But yeah, it was really mixed up. So you had Brandon Robinson take the win, Sammy Halbert got second, and Dallas Daniel got third. And then it was Brian Bowman, Jared Meads, Davis Fisher, Jared Vandercourt, Trevor Bruner, Brandon Price, and Maxwell top 10. So yeah, awesome work by Max. I don't know how much riding he's done on the twin. Obviously, I'm sure he would have got a bit in, but yeah, made it happen on day two. Tom Drain in the singles took out the first position, which Cody Coppin second, Dalton Godier in third, chase that off fourth, Logan is hard. Sorry, Logan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. In fifth, Justin Jones sixth, Aiden Bruce Evans seventh, James Ott eighth, Evan Renshaw ninth, and Trent Lowe rounds out the top 10. So yeah, I actually didn't get to watch it, and I actually haven't joined up to Flow. I'm not sure. I've got to have a look at my fan choice and see what you get on that. And yeah, I haven't figured all that out. Like I said, it's just been nuts. I don't. Someone asked me what I've been doing, and yeah, it's sort of just like the Homer Simpson, So I'm really brain fading at the moment. Um, but yeah, the track took quite a bit to get under control.
We
I
interrupt
actually
this
lost
pod
count of
for a
the
quick
hours I
ad
spent
break.
on that.
Club and Flat Track Pod brought to you by our partners. ShredDesign.co. If you're looking for the sickest jersey prints in the biz, look no further than ShredDesign.co on Facebook. Euroka Fencing, the place to go for all your rural fencing needs. Classic wheel spokes, Otway Hydro Blasting, make your old girl look new again. Plus, our newest partner, MX Inc. Do you want your bike to stand out in the crowd with custom graphics done by the best? Then contact Luca and the team at MX Inc. And last but not least, Clava, keeping you on track for longer.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to run out. I had no idea where I'm at now. Yeah, families as normal. And look, one came back with me, which is very nice. So this is Sky, my middle daughter, who travels around the racing quite a bit with me. So I roped her in. I said, "Why don't you come in and have a chat, and we can talk about a bit of the filming and how you went with that, and Griffith. What did you think about Griffith?"
Hot. It was hot.
It was very hot. Just speak up because we've only got the one microphone there.
You wouldn't give me headphones, so I don't know how loud I'm being.
Well, you don't need to know. Just talk.
I was talking. You talk.
So this is pretty much what it's like in the car for 6 to 13 hours. So
Pretty much, unfortunately.
poor me. It's I hope our listeners feel sorry for me.
My voice is very nice recording.
Yeah, so good on you for coming on anyway and coming in. Thank you. And thanks for coming around all the tracks with me. For those that don't know, Sky actually did race when she was younger.
Oh.
All three of us
All
for
three.
the three of us, all three of the girls raced. Sky had a lot of potential, yeah, but she's just a sook. Is
I don't-
basically what the problem is.
Sook.
Yeah. So anyway, what did you think about the racing up at Griffith?
It was good. As I was saying before, I didn't really watch the racing because I was so focused on filming. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to who was battling and who was at the front. But from looking back at the footage, it looked really good. And from the bits I did watch, it was very competitive. And yeah.
Yeah. So was there any riders that were sort of catching your eye, or?
Well, it seemed every time I looked up, Henry Small was racing. Pretty much every time
Oh,
I looked at
really?
my camera. Yeah.
And Junior 250s.
Yeah, it was
right.
always Junior 250s.
Oh, right.
And I would always hear Henry Small. I'm like, where? Who? What? So,
There you go, Henry. Shout out to you, mate.
and Tom Harris.
Yeah, it's interesting how much you miss when you're filming, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because I'm so focused on not being in the way of people and then like not having people in the way of my filming and then avoiding fences
Yeah.
and getting a good shot and zooming in and zooming out because this was my first time using that camera.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of the storage on the SD card was filled up with bad shots of the ground.
Well, it was you were thrown in the deep end. You didn't really get any practice time at all. I just said jump on. This is what you do and what you don't do, and don't go for too long and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so I was trying not to go too far, trying not to go too slow, and all of my videos are either too fast or too slow.
They're not actually, and the edit you showed me, it's going to be awesome. I think it's pretty impressive for your first time. Well, for your first time, and this is. Do you see yourself doing more of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already know the answer to that, yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to get it on camera so that when she tries to pike out, I can go, I've got you on the podcast saying, yes, you're fully committed. You're running Clava Media, we're going to call it.
Oh, God. Don't launch it too fast. Oh, God.
So Sky needs, who do you need? You need some extra camera people.
Because I like doing snips. I'm not very good following the whole race.
You need it. Look, I'm pretty sure there'd be products out there that can create a steady hand, like a $5,000 tripod or something stupid like that, probably.
You just have to look at what everyone else.
Yeah, well, not necessarily, because as you know, we don't do what everyone else does. We like to be different, and so we carve our own road. So the screen's glitching quite a bit, and so if you're listening, it's not going to bother you. If you're watching it, hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't cause you an epileptic fit or something the equivalent of. So anyway, it is great having Sky come along to the racing. She has come along since she was a little kid. I know most people still think you're a little kid, which is bloody hilarious. I love it when they think that you're that brain.
Love it. Look. And then it's usually followed by you'll appreciate it when you're older. But right now, I'd appreciate it if everyone knew I was over the age of 18 because it's annoying. The amount of times that like people go to hand me being like, "Oh, should we ask your dad first?" I'm like, I'm 20. It's like I can consent myself.
It creates a lot of entertainment for me anyway.
Yeah, he'll actively go out of his way to ask people, "How old do you think she is?"
That's not true. No, I shouldn't do that in the weekend. So you didn't get to see much of the racing because you're behind the camera. Does it?
I did, but it didn't really sink in what was happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And does it give you a new appreciation for people that do that sort of stuff, like the content creators on social media? I know when I started doing it, I didn't really realise
what
I'd bitten off.
I was going to say, you wouldn't know about that huge thing that happened on TikTok where this girl was like, try being an influencer for a day. I just finished, it's 5 o'clock. And it's like most people, like everyone who feel like, sleep finishes at 5 o'clock and you went and got your nails done. So
no, I did not see that.
No, but that was a big thing.
Well, we're not
on TikTok.
We're not quite like that chick.
Well, I do wonder what you get up to. I'll come back and you'll be like, yeah, I went for a swim, I walk the dogs. And I was like, well, weren't you meant to be working?
Oh,
I'm kidding. He does do a lot of work. Leftover eating because he always eats my food.
Hold on, I didn't bring you in here. What do they call it in Aussie?
Aussie?
No, they call it when
Roast?
roasting. Yeah. I didn't call you in here to roast me. I just said, come on. Yeah, come on, because Tom's a slack ass and he's working. Tom. He's working, so he couldn't come on. So, will you ever get back on a motorcycle?
I have been on a motorcycle in the last year. I've ridden,
Yeah.
but I've got a sore tailbone, so it really hurts to ride. So I've got to
Do
get
you,
that
do you
sorted.
think you'll ever race again?
In my head, I could be winning, but when I hop on the bike, I'm not. So, and I'm impatient and I don't like losing. So we'll see if I have a miraculous turn and become this great champion.
Well, you don't have to be a champion.
I want to be a champion.
Yeah.
And I do not currently have the speed or
Yeah.
the skill.
Yeah, and I actually believe that you could get up there. And I know I'm biased being your dad and everything, but she was an absolute weapon on our block that we used to have. And then we'd go up to the track, and this is okay to talk about.
I talk about it to pretty much everyone. Like,
Yeah, well, this is because I was actually, I don't like labels and all that sort of shit. I never believed in labeling someone until your Sky sort of
Okay, you're right. Bad.
presented with, I don't know, what do you call it?
Anxiety?
Yeah, well, with
A lot
anxiety,
of people
which
have anxiety
yeah,
these days,
which I
but,
didn't I didn't really take that seriously, but
no, you did not.
for her it is serious.
That should embarrass you, and then you get to be like,
And anyway, so she would be absolutely killing it at our practice track at on that, well, it was a block of land with dirt. So she'd be killing it there, and I'm just going, oh, she's improved so much and she's going so fast. And I'd talk her up at the track, how's Sky going, before they go out. Oh yeah, she's bloody killing it. And then you hear, and this kid's not even out of first gear. I'm going, what the hell is going on here?
You have no idea how often I hear that. It's been, 13 years now, and I still hear, I can't believe how much you'd embarrass me. I'd talk you up so much, and you'd go out there, and you were so slow, and it was just so embarrassing.
Now, I never said that.
Well, pretty smart.
No, I never said
Put it
that.
up.
Not at all. Not at all. I don't believe I ever said that. I was just, I didn't realize that in front of the people like that and on a built-up closed circuit gave you that much anxiety that made you ride like that.
Freaked out with like being watched, and then also the other people. Yeah, but you're a dude.
Some people love it.
Oh, actually, other guys also get anxious when that. But it's like I can be really good at a task. As soon as someone's watching me do it, I drop everything. I fail, like completely, just malfunction. My brain just stops working. But on the track, it's also having other bikes around me. Like that freaked me out a lot, just because you'd hear about all the injuries, you'd watch all the injuries, and I'd just freak out because got constant.
So my favourite word, which is the amygdala.
Amygdala. I don't even know if you're
Amygdala.
saying that right.
I'm pretty sure I am, which is part of your brain, which is
I information night about, was it dealing with anxiety or something?
no, actually it was actually dealing with it was actually adult that were dealing with anxiety.
Oh, okay.
And talking about their anxiety and their journey as a child and realizing that they actually suffered from anxiety.
Yeah.
And it wasn't actually that one that I learned this about.
Well, you came back with like a PhD in psychology. It was
that's right,
ridiculous.
yeah, and now she's fixed. So,
I'd be nuts if I'd be in the middle of like a panic attack or something, and you'd be like, "Slow, focus on me. I've got this tactic." Like,
I know,
that?
but it did break it, didn't it? So
a little bit, not all the time.
So anyway, so what the anxiety issue is so we all have the amygdala in our brain, which it's basically your alarm system telling you. So like if there's a threat, slow down for the corner or something. I can switch mine off and say, no, it's fine. Skies goes into a loop, and you'll find I'm sure there's other people that can relate, and maybe some races. And
races,
it could be before a race. Just I'll go, people looking at me. That's
just like, oh yeah.
No, that's a bit uncomfortable. I'll just look away. I'll keep moving. Carry on, Sky.
Like experiences bits of anxiety or anything. Like everyone deals with it differently.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone has different reactions to that kind of situation anyway.
Well, get extreme anxiety. Yours goes into a loop that gets louder and louder.
For example, if I had people looking at me, I'll turn away and then be like, why are they looking at me? Is there something on me? What's this? What's going on? And it won't stop. And then I'll start asking someone beside me and drive them insane because I'm freaking out.
You can't switch.
No, not really. It's really annoying.
But you're getting better at it, which is great.
As I get older, I'm learning
to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad that you're so open about it because I'm sure there is other
so I kind of have to be.
Well, you could have said no, and I would have just gone on to something
maybe
else,
you
like
should delete this
how
one.
messy your room is, or
Oh
something
my!
like
I did not come on here for you to roast me.
that.
I don't think
Wow.
anyone listens to
What's
this.
good for one is good for the other, isn't it?
You should find a racer who struggles with that and have them talk about it.
Well, yeah. I don't know. If it's, I know we have had people come on and talk about, dealing with
Stresses
depression and anxiety and that after injury and that sort of stuff. And
Oh yeah, to injury.
yeah, so yeah, it definitely exists, and it doesn't need to be ignored.
Because you had a lot of trouble. You had a bit of a mental block after stuff in your shoulder.
Yeah, that wasn't racing related.
No, but because of the injury and the time you had off the bike, like
Yeah, well, it did
it was a
take
bit
a bit.
slow to get back into it.
Yeah, it did take a bit to get back into
You
it, but
don't
that was
automatically go back to the level.
rehabilitation as well. The shoulder took a long time, so that
Yeah.
didn't help. But yeah, probably actually, if we're going to go into injuries and talk about anxiety and that sort of thing, my hand was probably the
worst. Yeah,
worst
I don't know.
one.
I was a
Yeah.
bit bubs, so I was a bit oblivious.
Yeah, my collarbone was fine. I just went back to racing. That was fine. But with my hand, for some reason, yeah, I was a little bit scared to go back to racing.
Well, that was your first major injury, and that was a big surgery.
It wasn't a big surgery, it was just a day.
Again, I was a child, so I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, classic. That was
Classic. Yeah,
Classic.
you've got the photos hung up on the wall. Yeah, if
Oh, it
anyone
won me 2 Milwaukee toolkits, those photos.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, talking about like anxiety, that was something I really struggled with the filming because I was really stressed about people looking at me with this giant camera being like, what is she doing? And getting in the way of them. Or if I turned around, like when you wanted, for example, Dad likes to have footage of the like front of bikes going along the pits, and I did not have the confidence to do that, and it was just freaking me out because I'd just be stressed that if someone looked at me weird and be like, why is she filming me? And I just wouldn't be like, sorry, my dad's making me. So it was definitely something comfortable throughout the night with it, because it was getting darker.
You could hide behind that little camera in the shadows.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's hard
Well, it
to
does
show.
have
Mine are
good-
yours all the
Well,
time.
we've got a couple lenses for it, and one of them's a pretty good zoom lens.
Yeah.
So you can sort of do it without even being realised that you're doing it. To be honest, which sort of sounds creepy, but
Yeah, that sounds really
But
You saying that makes it sound pervy.
no, look, I'm really impressed. You got over it and you got the job done and
But I
moved through and you disappeared. And then I'm going, oh, I wonder where Sky's gone. And she's looking for different spots around the track. And
well, the same angle over and over is boring.
oh yeah, it's boring. So do you actually watch much bike stuff on the internet like
Yeah.
I do, or and
Uh-oh.
I don't want to embarrass you, but
No,
there's
no.
a rider that impressed you a lot when we were at it was the first time we saw him.
Oh yeah,
And then you saw him again at Forbes. Who's
Yes.
that? Who's that?
Tom Drain. It was I'm not as into like I'll watch it, but I won't learn who the people are and everything, or I won't listen to what Dad's saying most of the time.
That's not just the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. In general, Tom Drain. We were Cowra.
Yeah, Carrot.
And I just saw him walking along, and he was just
Stop that.
young, and I was just like, oh yeah. And then I saw him out. I was like, holy shit, he's flying. He was ahead of everyone, and it was just really impressive. It was definitely one of the fastest races I'd seen in a while.
Yeah.
And I was just like, gone seniors.
It either just gone senior or was just
Yeah.
about to go senior.
Yeah, and then I found out his name, so I googled him, and he had all these titles already. Impressive. Yeah, I was very.
So Sky is a master Googler, so really should be. Is that a thing? Oh, I'm a master Googler.
Spending some time doing that.
Well, I'm not too politically correct, so if people if they are being bad luck.
This is a mess.
Yeah, lovely.
I can Google. All you have to do is put the name in, and it comes up pretty quick. Being able to use your phone, which
but you're very good at it. Like I will say, such and such.
I just do it straight away.
won this in this year. And I could search for ages and not find that info. And you go, no, it was in blah, blah, blah. It's impressive.
You know what situation you're talking about where you're like, this happened. I'm just like, well, actually, no, it didn't. Actually, I do that.
Very often,
I
very
do that a
often
lot.
you do that.
Especially in movies.
So I think you actually might need to become part of the podcast team because Tom's very good too at bringing stuff up.
Yeah.
But it would be good if he was actually talking instead of searching stuff.
Oh, so you're just Googling while you talk.
Well, yeah, and obviously I talk a lot, so
Massive
there's
Googling.
plenty of time for him to Google. But
Yeah, you do talk a lot.
it is
It's
good.
like
Like, I listen to other pods, and it's a bit fancy. You know, they say, "Oh, Martha," or whatever her name, or Tim, or something. You know,
Tim
look that
Burke.
up for me. Look that up for me. So you know, that'd be good to have you on the side doing that.
Oh, so I don't get to be in it. Well, I don't really want to be in it, but
Well, look what's happened. You come in and it's total mess.
we can't stop laughing because I'm awkward because I'm on camera
Yeah.
and I'm just an awkward
No, you're
person.
doing a top job. Top job.
And you've got your podcaster voice on, and I can't take you seriously when you're talking.
podcaster voice.
Yeah, you're. Well, that's good. What shit? I can't think. Hold on. How did you introduce me? Well, it's good to have you on the pod, mate. So tell me, how did you feel?
It's your sad impersonation. It's terrible.
But I can't do a Kiwi accent.
So, what do you think about being part of a racing family? Because we are, and like you've
Well, you
gone
are.
to New Zealand, watch racing, but you travel around racing with us around
Factory.
Australia as well. Have you come to Mildura? Did you come to that?
No, I have because you've mentioned it a couple times.
That was Mum, and that Mildura's got a meeting coming up soon. Can you Google that, Scott? Find out for me when that is.
Yeah, time me. See how quick I can get it up.
All right, she's on the timer. Let's see. Yeah,
Because it would it be on Facebook? Do they have a Mildura Motorcycle Club? I'm guessing.
they do. Yeah, so while Sky's doing that, the Burt Munro did run this year and had a flat track at the Speedway Spectacular. And yeah, unfortunately, they got some bad weather. It is on the Pits TV. I think it's the pitstv.com. I don't know if it's .nz. I actually have to look it up myself because I still haven't had a chance to have a watch of it. But yeah, that's a great event, and it's great to see that flat track's been accepted as part of it, and quite a few North Islanders came down, and yeah, there was a lot of riders there, so it was fantastic to see that, and see everyone talking about it on the social media platforms. So yeah, I was planning to go to that, and unfortunately couldn't pull that one off, but maybe next year, hopefully they'll run it again and get better weather. Also, Bathurst was live streamed. I don't think I wouldn't have mentioned it on the last one because it was after that. So he was contacted by Kenny Angel, and
that was
Kenny Angel and Darren Webb got together after learning that the guy that was going to live stream it was injured and wasn't going to be able to do it. So they rallied around and it got a few of us to put some money in and get another guy to come and do it. And it was great. I watched as much as I could. It was Willow's first Rebels game, so we couldn't. I was meant to be watching the footy. And when she found it,
he didn't really.
I did. No, I was watching the footy. I was actually enjoying the footy, but in between the quarters and that, go back to it, and I sort of had it playing at the same time, so I was listening. Okay, so you're sacked already. You can't pull it up. Come on. No, you've got Mildura Speedway Club. That's what.
Cycle Club.
You need Northwestern. Sorry, that's my club. Yeah, so there's a Speedway Club and a dirt track club. Northwestern Motorcycle Club is the one that you want.
Fuck me.
And they also do the Hatter Desert race that we went to.
You're terrible, Mura.
I am terrible. Yeah, so that was really cool. I enjoyed the coverage that I did see. That's the one. And look at that. 2 minutes.
Not it should have been a lot quicker than that had you given Saturday 23rd of March.
Saturday 23rd of March.
Concert.
Yeah, I was wondering what was on. I knew that date was ringing the bell. Hopefully I'll get up to that actually. What's that, a fortnight
Me and Mildura just aren't meant to be.
Is that a fortnight?
Yeah, that's not this weekend, the weekend after. It's a fortnight. Well, I think Mum actually has something on because I remember being like, I have a concert.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, fantastic work by the live streaming dudes and Kenny Angel and Darren Webb for making that happen. Great work, guys. Yeah, really enjoyed watching the Bathurst. I'm not going to go into much about Bathurst because that's what Tom wants to come on and talk about.
I'll just take Tom's topic.
No, I can't do that too.
These races were great to watch at Bathurst.
Yeah, you watched a bit of that when you were meant to be watching the footy.
Mr. Hypocritical.
Yeah, so
you got to watch the women, support the women.
So yeah, as Sky was saying, the women's races were really good.
They were great to watch.
Taylor Street, Laura
Into the
Gare,
kitchen.
and
Kelsey
Kelsey
Jensen.
Jensen all mixing it up there at the
Yeah,
front.
it
So
was great to watch.
that was good to watch. Kelsey
And the
was a
others.
Kelpie rider last year. So yeah, we're really stoked to see her get a second this year after I think it was a fourth she got last year in her first time at a long track like that. So yeah, it was really great to see her up there battling the current number one plate holder in Australia. And Taylor's been racing great.
Oh,
We
she's been
watched her at
amazing. Yeah.
Griffith,
Oh, she's good
and
at Griffiths.
she's. I'm not going to speak on her behalf because I'm not sure what her campaign with the 19s is, but she's got a bike with
You're gonna
19s
have it
on it
back on.
now as well. Yeah, we might have to hit you up, Taylor, and. Yeah, she's looking really good. Yeah, we actually had a good chat to her under the pit shade, and it's good to see her out there. Harrison Small Henry's brother had a great night as well.
Yeah, he did great.
Totally destroyed a couple Michelins.
Yeah.
But he is looking really good. So it was good to see Harry up there battling Taylor and Rowan Teagard and who
Yeah.
else was I can't
I just
remember.
know Tom Herrick was at the front, didn't he win? Oh, he won one and then Rowan won.
Yeah, so in the finals for the night, Tom Herrick won. I'm sorry if I've got it around the wrong way. I think it was the 450, and then Rowan Teagard won the Open. I think that's the way it was. As I said, there was no transponders, so I can't look at any results. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the way it was. The vets, from memory, I think it was Neil that would have taken that out.
Yeah, not you.
Not me. No, I've already told the folks how shit I was.
Yeah, you weren't looking your best.
No, not looking the best at all.
Your best start again got restarted. No, that was someone else.
That was something. No, that wasn't
Yeah,
me.
because I remember being like,
that ain't me, mate.
because I remember watching and a start was stalled, and I was watching this one racer because they were in my thing, and I was like, oh, that's a great start from them, and then they had to restart, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, we did have one race where there was a bit of confusion at the start.
Yeah, you stayed behind.
I stayed because the starter who holds the 5 second board,
which shows how much you were lacking if you even managed to catch that.
No, well, because I was watching him because he turns the board.
Yeah.
And he starts doing this. So I relax, and then the gates dropped, and some races took off. And
there was
actually,
you did like 2 laps, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It sucks for them because it's a lot of energy in the hot weather. Well, think about how hot you are. You're putting all your energy into these. Well, yeah, you were the racing, so you would know.
Yes. Thank you very much. But you actually got that on film. I saw that when I was looking through some of your footage.
I have no idea. I think I did like 200 videos.
You did quite a few videos, yeah.
Well, you said not long ones, so.
Yeah, that's right. And I think, from doing that this time and going through that footage, which is hard work, you'll figure out how long you want to go.
Yeah, I'm very patient, so I've got to make sure I don't.
And, when you're doing full races, a steady hand is required. It's very hard. It's bloody hard.
I don't have a steady hand.
Like when I was doing the AFTN stuff last year and Gunnedah last rounds, I shit you not, my toes, my feet were on fire, like absolute fire. I had black shoes on. I was standing on a white bench, and it was a sun magnet. Why was I on a bench so that I could get a good view and off the track because they've got tall fences. That was the other thing of Griffith actually that I did notice.
It was
great viewing points.
Yeah, really
it's a good track for filming that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cars that drive up on the hill so they can watch.
Were people having barbecues and stuff or drinking or what?
They were drinking, yeah. They were chatting, having fun. There were people on top of cars and having yarns, and I almost got hit by a car. I was focusing and I stepped back and I hear and I turn around and this car is right there. I'm like, he's like, sorry. I'm like, it's okay, you didn't hit me. Quite. Didn't hit me. Almost did. I almost got hit. Almost ended up in hospital. It wouldn't be the first time I've had to go to hospital when I wasn't racing on a race day.
No, that's right. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that tonight. This has actually already stretched the potty out quite a bit longer than I was
Should we cut out a whole heap and then just start actually talking about racing? A lot of it is going to be hard to understand.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's fine. You're going to do the edit anyway, so you cut out whatever you want.
No,
I think it's good experience. Yeah, so next event that I'll be at, I'm not actually 100% sure yet. Obviously, we're going to be at the AFTN. Hopefully, I'll have the Harley all sorted by then, and I'll be on board of that. Sky will be filming, and
Oh,
yeah,
shit. When
we
is
need
it?
to give you the dates. Actually,
Yes, you
I think
do.
you're going to be in Europe.
Oh yeah, I'm going to Europe.
Is that June? Are you in Europe in June?
No.
August. Oh no, you'll be here.
Oh, when is it?
And when do you
We're
get
doing
back?
something else on in June though. I can't remember. Oh, a gig. I
Yeah,
come
but
back
you're not playing, so it doesn't matter. You can cancel.
really like.
Okay.
But we'll see. It depends on the
Yeah,
day.
well, hopefully you can because yeah, I don't want to be riding and trying to film. That would be impossible.
You can have Brendan. No, he'll be riding with
He's
me.
riding, yeah.
Mum.
So yeah, I mentioned it. I'm just going over in my head things that I've mentioned. I've mentioned the new team members.
Bathurst.
I've mentioned a bit of Bathurst. We mentioned
Griffiths.
Did a little bit of Skylift.
It was a good club atmosphere. Everyone was pretty friendly.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
friendly. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I mean
Angie's great.
that's why we all love flat track. The flat track dirt track family.
I wouldn't say that's why everyone.
Oh, it is. It's one of the friendliest. If you're in America, paddock. If you're in Australia, New Zealand pits, it's one of the friendliest pits for sure. Everyone. Can you remember the man that bought the tire, the Greek man at the house?
Ben.
No,
What's his name?
Benos.
What's it?
Benos.
Are you just
Yeah,
making
no,
it
it's
up?
Benos. It's Benos.
I thought it was just Ben.
Yeah, because he just called me Ben, but it's
Oh,
Benos.
see, I was right. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And how cool was Ben? He was
Really nice. Yeah,
yeah.
he's a good guy.
Yeah. I mentioned before.
Get over how he showed me his phone. It was the Greek alphabet, and I'm just like, how do I change to English?
Yes, this guy dealt with Benos or Ben for the transaction, and I don't think English is definitely his second language, and he struggles a bit with it. So
He doesn't.
what?
Did he?
Yeah, a little bit, understanding some of the things I'll say.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that
then
could just be.
you. Not even the accent. You just like me. We both ramble, and half the time I get told off at work all the time. They're just like, "Sky, land the plane."
Oh yeah, that's a new one that you're telling me about.
Yeah, I learned that from Dropout.
Yeah. Is that another podcast?
Yeah, it's another podcast.
Is
But
it a good podcast?
it's not about racing.
What's it about?
I
Sex. I think it's about sex. Boys and sex. I bet you.
It's boys that host it.
Oh, to be young. Oh, to be young again. Oh.
No, it's like the Grey. No, one that is about sex is My Dad Wrote a Porno. That's a good podcast. It's very entertaining.
All right. Well, it was great for you all to join us. Thank you very much,
Kids,
joining.
cut it out.
That's right, kids. Block your ears.
No, and Dropouts is like hosted by guys and girls, and they just talk about everything going on because they're like influencers. So they talk about all that stuff,
Yeah.
and it's just entertaining to listen to.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
Well, fantastic.
I don't
Thank
listen to
you
yours.
for coming in and crashing the pod.
He dragged me up the stairs basically. He was
Wouldn't
like,
say, can you see drag marks on this pretty little face? No, you cannot. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope that wasn't too much nonsense for you.
well, yes, I apologize.
And but that's how close our family are. We like having a good time together, and
Sorry.
life is fun.
Sorry we
So
didn't talk about
enjoy it.
seen as much.
And well, no, I suppose.
And I do recommend like inviting, like tell your family members to come along because it is fun. It's the atmosphere, the watching the racing, and seeing your loved ones really enjoy something, unless they get hurt, and then you're just annoyed.
Oh yeah, come on, let's get hurt and go home.
No, you just get annoyed because it's like seriously. Also, you're worried, but that's why I like to come because then I'm a backup driver. So
Nutty.
shut up, I can drive. I can.
Yeah, well, you did drive yourself to Aubrey.
Exactly, and I didn't crash.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Mm.
We like that. We like that.
I
Like
appreciate
no
it too.
crashing.
I'm already on my second car. I cannot afford a third.
Well, you learn your lesson the hard way. So
I already knew the lesson. It was just accidental.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yes,
As you can
thank
see,
you.
we've got some new merch. We've got the Claver hats, we've got t-shirts.
And you can get it in red.
Please support us. That'd be fantastic. Really appreciate it. Oh, that's what
And he does work really hard.
Thank you. That was what I was meant to say.
Hard.
That was what I was meant to say before. We also want to welcome Luca and the team from MX and welcome them on as a new partner to the Claver Flat Track Pod and the Claver Flat Track team. Thank you so much. Our graphics, our bikes are all going to look. You look so shocked, didn't I not tell you?
Thank you and welcome.
Yeah, and yeah, our bikes are going to look awesome. So I just actually put the order in for my one, and yeah, I'm pretty sure all the other boys have done that already. So that's great. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do about the Harley. It's funny, I'm going to have the same graphics kit, but I won't be using that bike at the AFT. But that's all right. Oh, because it's for my 450, the graphic kit.
But don't you race?
No, I'm going to be racing the Harley at the AFT.
Oh.
Yeah, don't tell Mum. So
I'm going to tell Mum.
of course.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, so
Well,
thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to bring them a bit more regularly. We'll try not to have Sky too often messing with that. And
Thanks.
and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. You know, life should be treated lightheartedly. You should enjoy it lightheartedly. You should enjoy it. Laughing, laughing. I can't say it sometimes. Life is fun. So make the most of it.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Hold on. He was saying something about life hardly life. And he was like, hold on, let me get it together. Life is fun. Just something completely different to what you were trying to say.
What's wrong with that? They know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't think they do.
Yeah, keep it sideways, guys. Until next
Keep
time.
sideways.
Go Flat Tracker.
Oh, is that?
Sure is.
Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.